How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're talking about actors that have been injured on set. From metal plates and broken bones to constant severe headaches. We count 10 actors that have been permanently injured for movie roles.
Over 200 people worked on the John Wayne movie The Conqueror, made in 1955. 91 of these people contracted cancer and 46 of them died as a result. Nearby in Nevada, the US government were conducting atom bomb tests and it's thought that this was a major contributor. John died from stomach cancer 25 years later. When Viggo Mortensen took his role as Aragorn in the Lord of the Rings films, he did most of his own stunts and as a result was injured quite a few times. When filming the scene where Aragorn floats down a river unconscious, Viggo almost drowned. He had teeth knocked out of his skull only to get them repaired at lunchtime and continue with filming once they were all back inside. There's also a scene where he kicks a helmet on the ground and screams. Director Peter Jackson wasn't quite happy with the takes he got, and so asked Viggo to do one more. He complied, and the scream you hear in the movie is a real scream of pain. Viggo broke 2 of his toes. Tom Hanks has lost quite a bit of weight for a couple of his movie roles. In 1993, his movie Philadelphia had him slim down to play a sick lawyer who's been diagnosed with AIDS. A few years later, in 2000, he played a man stranded on an island for 4 years in Castaway. He considers both these roles contributing factors in his contraction of type 2 diabetes, as he had to lose and gain so much weight rapidly. Jackie Chan does all his own stunts and is no stranger to pain and broken bones. He's broken many bones in his body, including his ankle, nose, shoulder, chin, fingers, and even his eyebrow bone, which almost caused him permanent blindness. He's also injured his tailbone, which caused him to be temporarily paralysed. But what he considers his most serious injury was when he was making the movie Armour of God 2. He hit his head and sustained serious brain damage, and now has a metal plate in his skull and he can still feel the indent where the injury occurred. Daniel Craig's time as 007 has taken its toll on his body. During the filming of the first 2 movies, he's had his teeth knocked out, torn shoulder muscles, sliced the top of his fingers off and bruised his ribs. But it was in Spectre in 2015 that he did permanent damage to his body. He damaged his knee and production had to be halted for 2 weeks. The director wanted to halt it for 6 months, but Daniel insisted they continue filming without too much delay. He had a quick operation to get his knee back in working order, but has since had several operations to try and rectify the damage. When shooting the 2005 film Syriana, Clooney featured in a torture scene. He cracked his head open and injured his spine. His doctors couldn't quite figure out what had happened to him. He had a series of scans and operations once they noticed his spinal fluid seeping out. He now lives with daily pain and sees a pain management doctor. Clooney gets frequent, extremely painful headaches that will never truly go away. During the filming of the 1994 movie The Crow, there were several accidents on set. A carpenter was electrocuted when he came into accidental contact with high voltage power lines, a prop master found a live round in one of the prop guns, and a worker had a screwdriver go through his hand while working on the set. Brandon Lee, the star of the movie, was filming a scene where another actor was to fire a prop gun at him. The gun was supposed to be just filled with gunpowder and no bullet, but somehow a dummy bullet from a previous scene had become lodged in the barrel. When the gun fired, the dummy bullet had enough force to lodge into Brandon's stomach. He was rushed to hospital for emergency surgery but pronounced dead some hours later. Linda Hamilton suffered permanent hearing loss while filming Terminator 2 in 1991. She was exposed to loud noises including gunfire, explosions and other special effects in a scene. She suffered the most damage, however, when she had to fire a gun and had forgotten to put in her earplugs. Sylvester Stallone has suffered through plenty of injuries. While filming the Rambo series and the first Expendables movie, he broke his neck and dislocated both his shoulders. While filming The Expendables 3, however, he suffered his worst back injury where he fell flat on his back during a stunt. He had to have major surgery to fix it, and now a metal plate that had to be fitted to his spine squeaks sometimes when he walks. David Holmes was a stunt actor and is most famous for being Daniel Radcliffe's double in the Harry Potter movies. He'd been Radcliffe's double for the whole Harry Potter movie franchise and had done many stunts previously, including underwater and flying stunts, which are considered the most dangerous in the industry. It was during the practice of a flying stunt for one of the Deathly Hallows movies that something went horribly wrong. David had to be jerked backwards with a wire attached to his back, and then he would land on a crash mat underneath. He was flung into the wall, and when he landed on the crash mat, he knew something was wrong when he couldn't move his fingers. He broke his neck and is now paralysed from the neck down.
Well, that's the end of the episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that red subscribe button because we do stuff like this each and every week. If you're a regular, leave us a comment down below. We love reading them. Hit that upward facing thumb as well. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.